It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're going to see Brian Thomas Jr., who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bengals and the Chargers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number could go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 79 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Play action. May. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Oh, what a move. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. Right. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Brown there defensively to knock it away. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL. Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. Now a 2nd and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick. And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bengals at 2-8 now in the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away. On 4th down, here's Williams. Able to find Gray here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Gibbs straight ahead. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. Throwing is Williams. He's into space past the 25. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest. He certainly has. And if he finishes up this drive with a touchdown pass,
but we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Brian Thomas with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they go play action with May. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here is May. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down. 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jacobs. Touchdown, Chargers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
To throw, it's Williams.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw, Williams.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Brian Thomas
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On play action, May.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
To the air, May. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
To the air, Williams. Right side, and he finds Gray.
Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Brian Thomas
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd down and 4. Here's May. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the shotgun, it's May. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, May. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
A final shot before break. Williams looking long for Thomas. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Bengals offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Play action. Now Williams. And it'll find the open man. That's complete.
He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
In motion right is Thomas.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Curtis Samuel, 37 yards.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Chargers getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll throw with May.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On play action, here's Williams.
Sliding out of the pocket. He gets it to Thomas. And they can't bring him down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Gibbs again.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jahmyr Gibbs
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw, it's May. Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing here is May. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up to throw.
He's got it.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw again.
Finding Otten once more.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
And they go play action with May.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Fourth down. Here's May. That is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that last throw not going to account for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Thomas will come in motion right.
To throw, it's Williams.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
37 yards.
And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So the Chargers now down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 2 minutes to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
To the air, May. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, May with it. Able to connect with Jacobs.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And that's going to be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing is Williams.
Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Williams going to look to throw again. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 4th down, here's Williams.
The 20.
He's got the first down and then some.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Brian Thomas,
47 yards.
and the Bengals tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side complete to Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They'll throw with May. Otten brings it in over the middle.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Here's May.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Looking to throw. May. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They're going on fourth down. May.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
To throw, Williams.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On play action, here's Williams.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Good coverage there by Jordan Battle. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also